Today we're going to take a look at collecting surveys using your iPad. This episode brought to you by GoToMeeting. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at apps to keep your iPad aplay. It is Monday, and of course we do business apps on Mondays, as we normally do. And today we've got a great app for all of you that need to collect data on your customers, or maybe going to a show or something like that. But first of all, I want to let you know the Twitter handle is iPad365. The email address is ipad365show@gmail.com. And of course, you can go to ipad-365.com to get to the website, which is over at Geekazine, which you can also remember, geekazine.com. Take out you have a magazine, take out a mag, put in a geek, you got Geekazine. There you go. Anyway, today we're talking about surveys, and I've talked about a couple survey apps before, and I got contacted by this company a couple weeks ago and say, hey, we've got a survey app too. We'd like you to take a look at it. And it was just that easy. And of course, if you've got an app that you want me to look at, all you have to do is just send me an email, and I'll say, hey, I'll take a look at it, and go from there. So anyway, this is called QuickTap Survey. And what this is of course a survey software which you use on your computer, and then you port over to your iPad once the survey is done. Now, like I said, there's two parts to this. The first part is actually going up onto your computer and actually registering for the website. You can register for free, and they give you a couple surveys. They give you limited options, like for instance backgrounds. They've got to have their watermark on the page. But then if you go to a premium package, then you can put in your own backgrounds and make it look like your own. Now, they had a couple demos. One kind of looked like a big box store demo, one that sells electronics and CDs and stuff like that, yellow and blue. Anyway, they showed a little survey looking like that, like if that store was to do that survey, and actually had a lot of cool features. Now, when you go over to the website, you set it up, you sign in, you confirm your email, then you set up your survey. Very straightforward. All you have to do is choose from the drop-down menus. What do you want? Do you want to put in a name? You want to put an address? You want to put in a phone number? You want to collect if that person is male or female? You put down a background, and then you can move all the stuff around, and then you activate it. You publish the survey, and it's ready to go. Then you go over to your iPad, in which you then go to QuickTap Survey, and it brings it up. Of course, we've got the QuickTap Survey. You hit the Send and Receive button, and it downloads, it looks for new surveys that you might have created, and also sends information back to the database, so you can look at whatever survey, whatever answers have been given right on your laptop. But once you hit that Send and Receive, it syncs everything up, and then you have your survey. Like for instance, I have a survey down in the corner here that says iPad 365. Now I'll click on that, and it says I published it today. There was one person that completed, of course that was me. There was one survey that was sent, and 0 that are unsent. So basically the iPad's pretty much clean of any data right now, and that the database is fully synced. So we'll hit the Start button, and of course it launches the survey. Now the first question it asks that I put on my survey, are you male or female? So I'll say I'm male. What is your name? And I'll say my name is Jeffrey. And I'll hit next, and I'll say, what's the telephone number? We'll go 00000000000. And of course, some of these fields you can set up to be mandatory that they fill in this stuff, or else you cannot go forward. And it says, what's your email address? And I can say me@gmail.com or something like that, and go from there. Zip code 55555, enter it in. Would you like to be included in any future email? Yes or no? Yeah, sure, what the heck. And then, of course, that's the survey, goes back in there. And now, when we hit the X button, we're going to see on the iPad survey that 2 were completed and 2 were sent. So once it was done, it saw the Wi-Fi, and it just sent it off to the database. So it's fully synced up. So if you're not around Wi-Fi signal, or you don't have a 4G, 3G iPad, then, of course, this will collect all the surveys. And then once you get to a Wi-Fi signal, it can then send those surveys off to QuickTap Survey, so you can review it on your desktop, on your laptop. So, Anyway, that's as easy as that. It, like I said, it requires having a desktop and iPad. Of course, you set up on the desktop and then you port all over the surveys. I didn't try doing it in like Safari or another browser on the iPad, so that might be a possibility there, and we can test that out later. But for now, it's called Quick Tap Survey, absolutely free. There is a premium version, which is going to cost you a few dollars, but you can test this out all you want. You have free surveys that you can set up, and then when you're in front of your store, you can say, hey, you want to take a quick survey? And they say, yeah, sure. And you can fill out all the information, which is great for any situation out there. So anyway, it's called Quick Tap Survey. Check it out now. It's summertime, and like everybody's got a different schedule out there. You know, vacations, shorter days, they're working remotely. That's why meetings are almost impossible to do. And meeting somebody's colleagues and clients in person is pretty much impossible. That's why I recommend a program called GoToMeeting with HD Faces. Now, it lets you meet face-to-face no matter where you are during the summer, wherever you are on the planet, for that matter. How it works, basically, with GoToMeeting by Citrix, you just takes a webcam and a click to collaborate in HD video. You can join from an iPad. You just have to download the application, and you can see your attendees eye to eye while collaborating on documents and everything else in real time. It's a great way. I've been using it for 4 years. I'm going to tell you something. I've never had any problems with it. But check it out yourself. My listeners, my viewers, check it out by going over to GoToMeeting free and try it for 30 days. Don't wait for the special offer. You just have to go over to GoToMeeting.com, click that Try It Free Now button, enter in the code podcast. Podcast gets you 30 days of this great software. And of course, it's over at GoToMeeting.com. Thanks to GoToMeeting for being such a continued sponsor of iPad 365. And that's this episode of iPad 365. What do you think? Did you like the tap survey there? That's pretty cool. It's very easy to use and very quick. And of course, if you don't have a storefront, if you have like I could take Geekazine.com, I could put in the survey or iPad 365, and I could go to a major event and I could just stand there with my iPad and say, hey, would you like to take a quick survey? And some people say yes, some people say no, but then you get some data on people. So you go like to a conference or something like that, and they could take a survey about your website, about your podcast, about your videocast, whatever. If you don't have a storefront, this is a great way for you to get customers in any conference or anything like that. So you might want to think about that. Anyway, Twitter handle is iPad365. The email is iPad365show@gmail.com. You can email me there any time of the day. And of course, iPad-365.com for all your iPad needs. All right, we will be back again with another episode of iPad 365 to keep your iPad in play. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. We will see you next time, and until then, you guys geek out. You should follow Graphite on Twitter @GraphiteINC.